It was a big day for Hundley. He was in charge of the building for 2 weeks in the mornings while the doorman went to fire safety class.
Miss Kropotnik's coming to get these flowers, Hundley. And Jerry'll be here for her quarterly visit. I'll be back in a few hours.
And just like that, a dog had his own building. What's this? Someone eating Ms. Kropotnik's flowers? It was up to Hundley to lay down the law. Hundley was scaring the caterpillar away. Very, very slowly. Hundley noticed it was long and low to the ground, kind of like him. But it still shouldn't be in his building. Wait, long, low, and cleaning the lobby? It was exactly like him. Hundley had a new friend, Hundley Jr. George wanted to show Hundley his new ball. Looked like Hundley wanted to play catch. He wasn't very good at it, though. Hundley wasn't about to let a runny, jumpy, Georgie-ish monkey near his new friend. Hundley Jr. might get squished. George tried to tell Hundley there was a caterpillar behind him. Hundley was relieved. George hadn't ruined things. Hundley was giving him flowers? Okay, not for him, for the caterpillar. To eat. Hundley Jr. could live in the lobby forever. Maybe he'd even be a doorman when he grew up. Yep, the lobby was a great place for a baby caterpillar.
Hey, Hundley, remember me? I'm Jerry. I'm here to get rid of your bugs.
The lobby is a terrible place for a baby caterpillar.
You might want to go outside while I spray.
They needed a new place for Hundley Jr. to live. Hundley liked George's idea. Hundley Jr. was up high and safe, but close enough to see from the lobby. A tree was the perfect place for him to live. Except his neighbors wanted to eat him. Outside was out. Hundley wondered where else his new friend could live. Hundley's favorite place to live was his home. It was warm, soft, and safe. That's it. Hundley Jr. could live with him.
Hey, Hundley. Is the doorman around? I need him to sign for this package. Well, I'm running behind today, so close enough. Have a good day.
Hundley had to stay in the lobby and take care of Hundley Jr. But he couldn't do both at the same time. And the only one around who could help was a monkey. Once upon a time, in a land not so far away. George was at his last rehearsal for his very first community play. In the play, George was a castle guard. He really wished he were a knight, like Steve and Betsy. Knights got to ride horses and had cool helmets. Plus, knights were really brave. But the man said,
"There are no small roles. There are only small monkey actors."
So George kept practicing to make sure he said his line right.
Sire, 2 riders approacheth.
Guard!
At last, George's big moment was here.
Oh no! Charky! She'll wreck the stage! Guard the castle!
It was just like in the play. But Charky did not halt. Charky kept right on going.
Well, at least the castle's in one piece.
Medieval castles had dragons. We have Charky.
Well, we'd better get busy rebuilding the set and the props.
We'll get the flag back.
You guard the stage, George, in case Charky comes back.
George felt awful. It was his job to guard the castle, and he'd messed it up. What if Charky came back during the play tonight? He needed some way to keep Charky off the stage for good. But it's hard to think if you've stayed awake all night practicing your one line, especially if your costume was hot and the stage lights were hotter.
What ho! That means, hey, what's up? A dragon is on the loose. Don't want it getting into the castle again.
The dragon! It followed us to the castle!
Good guard George had to stop the dragon. It would prove his bravery, and the king might make him a knight. Nothing is worse than dragon breath. Except maybe dragon slobber.
My banquet! Stop her! Wizard, can you not stop the beast?
Alas and alack, my magic hath met its match.
Hey, look out!
Oh, no!
The king would never make good guard George a knight now.
How can we have our celebration with that beast destroying the castle?
And then the little guard remembered. Dragons were sore afraid of bats. Monkeys are natural-born explorers. So when the man with the yellow hat decided to visit Buncha Beak Island to photograph birds, George decided to explore with him.
Here's the radio, here's the throttle, and here is the key.
Think the key ring is big enough?
Easy there.
Fun to play with, though. Okay, here you go.
Careful. That's the only key we have.
Really?
Aye. There used to be 5 keys, one for each quint. The first key fell down a drain. The second key fell down a drain. The third key fell down a drain.
What happened to the 4th key?
Probably fell down a drain. So, be very careful with this key. It's the only one we've got.
Don't worry, Mr. Quint. We'll take good care of it. Won't we, George?
Well, what are you waiting for? Shove off. Have fun.
At last, it was time for exploring. An explorer always keeps an eye out for interesting things. George saw interesting birds, interesting fish, and a very interesting water monkey. But the most interesting thing George saw was a water lump, and it was following them.
I wonder what that is. What do you know, George? It's an otter pup.
Pup? The man couldn't be right. That thing didn't look anything like a dog. Its paws were like hands, and its toes were like fingers, only they had webs. Plus, George didn't know any dog that could float on its back. But it did bark. Maybe it was a dog.
Not a pup like a dog. Young otters are also called pups. From the look of him, he's a very young pup. He must live around here. They usually have homes called dens along the shore.
A den? George didn't see TVs, sofas, or any other den furniture. Just a hole.
Otters are very playful and very curious. Almost as curious as a monkey. I think he likes you. What do you know? Fucticus ludovicianus, also known as a rose-breasted grosbeak. You want to go with me or stay with your friend? Oh, all right. Oops. Better put this someplace safe. See you soon.
The man was right about the otter. He was very playful. He played peekaboo. And hide and seek. The man said the otter was a pup. Maybe he liked to play fetch, too. The only thing little monkeys like better than being in pictures is taking pictures.
Hey, George! Hey, Bill! Guess what it's of? You'll never guess. Guess. They're Perseids.
Percy what?
They're teeny tiny animals that look like purses. Well, I think. I heard my grandpa talking to my grandma about them. He says you can see them best down by the lake. Oh, George, that's a great idea. Let's get a picture of them. That will make a perfect surprise for Grandpa. Wait! Oh, where are you going? You can only see Perseids at night, George. But Grandpa said you can see them best of all if you get up early in the morning. Fisherman early. And if you both come with me, Grandpa says I can go.
Sure!
No, George, I can't take the picture. No, I may be great at doing drawings, but I'm not nearly as good a picture taker as you. Besides, if I take the picture, I can't be in it. See you bright and early.
Early?
Hey, Allie, George, Bill, what are you doing up so early?
Looking for the Perseids.
Oh, they're beautiful. Have fun.
Yeah, this way. Keep your eyes open. The Perseids should be around here someplace. Grandpa said you can't miss them. Ooh! Shh!
Shooting stars!
Wow! Be sure to save some pictures for the Perseids, George. Okay, they're here somewhere. Do you see them?
No.
Bill, you go that way. Me and George will go this way.
Aye, aye. I hear something. I hear something.
Huh?
Here. Hey! Too late. They're gone.
Well, of course, because you scared them.
Okay.
Perseids are delicate, gentle creatures. Like me.
Well, this isn't going to work.
Yeah. If only we had a way to talk to each other without making any sound.
Good idea, George. We'll just wave to each other if we see a Perseid.
Okay, let's go. Here, Percy, Percy, Percy. He's waving. Bill's trying to tell us something. He's saying, go this way. That way? Yeah, that way. Hurry, George.
George was excited. He was on his way to Australia.
No, we haven't even taken off.
Oh!
Here you go, George. Maybe this will help.
Sir, we're in Sydney.
Oh.
G'day. Welcome to the land down under. I'm your tour guide, Bailey Bungie.
How'd you know it was us?
Recognized you by a monkey.
Mum said a monkey would be on the safari, so I begged to come along. This is my vacation too.
My daughter, Bindi.
And you must be George.
Let's get going. Your Australian Outback Safari adventure awaits.
I hope you like animals, because you're about to meet a lot of them. We're in the land down under, enjoy the view. We have so many strange animals that'll amaze you.
These are dingoes, wild cousins of man's best friend.
You can meet them on the ground or in a tree. I bet you make a new buddy, just wait and see. So keep your heart wide open and true. You'll find a friend smiling back at you. Thanks, mate, no worries, g'day. That's the Aussie way. Ooh. In the outback, there's much more to see.
Koalas.
There's a brumby over there by a wallaby. Here's a bird called the emu who doesn't fly. It'll dry out and be as good as new, but he can beat you in a foot race every time.
Strangely refreshing.
So keep your heart wide open and true. You'll find a friend smiling back at you. Thanks, mate. No worries, g'day. That's the Aussie way.
It's an emu.
Ooh.
My hat.
That's the Aussie way. Thanks, mate. Ooh. My friend. That's the Aussie way. No worries. My friend. That's the Aussie way. No worries. My friend. That's the Aussie way.
Here we are, all the comforts of home. Even a shower.
No! George!
No worries, George. We get rain 6 months out of the year, so the tents are waterproof.
Today was great, but tomorrow's gonna be even better. We're gonna see my favorite Australian animal, the... What's that?
Cook.
Well, I've never heard of an animal called a cook.
Cook isn't an animal. Cook's a cook.
He plays a didgeridoo whenever it's time for dinner.
Wow, that was neat. Thanks, that was a great meal.
Why don't you get some shut-eye?
Yes, you have a big day tomorrow.
Okay, I'll set up our beds.
These were the biggest footprints George had ever seen. He wondered who or what made them. Everyone else's footprints went one in front of the other. But these footprints were side by side. And they were really far apart. The only way you could get that far and keep your feet side by side was by hopping. George loved going to Mabel's department store.
I know there's a lot you like to do here, but let's not stay too long, okay? I just need to buy some shoelaces.
George did have a lot of stuff he liked to do at Mabel's. In the TV department, he liked to see how many monkeys he could become. Over in gift wrap, he liked to help the lady tie up packages. And he really liked to ride the escalator, always remembering to hold on to the rails.
George, over here. What do you think, huh? Yeah, I like him too. Oh, and thanks for checking in.
The place George loved best was the kids' department. George saw something he'd never seen before. Where did the train come from? And where did it go? George had to find out. So that's where it came from. That little lamp on the table. George found that when the train moved across his hand, it got a lot smaller. So he thought he'd try an experiment. Sure enough, when the lamp was close to the screen, the train got smaller. But as the lamp got further away, the train got bigger.
That's really something, huh? You want to see how it works? Now, see how the train has been cut out of the lampshade? Now the light shines through it, and voila! And if you don't like trains, we've got ponies, race cars, aardvarks.
Now that George knew how the lampshade worked, he couldn't wait to get home and make one. Meanwhile, the man with the yellow hat was waiting to pay for his new clothes.
Sorry, George. I still have to pay, but it shouldn't take too long. I hope. Only 7 people ahead of me. 5 more people, and then it's my turn. 3 more to go. I'll be out in a jiffy. Listen, why don't you go home and I'll meet you there.
Mabel's will be closing in 5 minutes. Please make your purchases now.
I'm trying, okay?
George couldn't wait for his light picture to move across his own room. But wait, how did it move?
Mabel's department store is now closed. Please make your way to the exit.
It was a great day to fly a kite with a friend. Kite flying friends are forever.
Whoa!
Even if good weather isn't.
Hey, come back here! All right! I think we need a new kite.
Bill and George took their piggy banks to the store to buy a new kite.
Let's get that one, George. George? That is the kite we gotta buy. Wow! Okay, let's see what we've got. That's 2, 3. I hope we have enough. 350, 5, 785, 86, 87. We need more. No. Oh. We don't have enough money, George.
You know, you could put the kite on layaway.
You give us part of the money now, and we'll save the kite for you until you have the rest.
How long would you like us to hold it?
Well, we'll have to find some jobs and earn the money. Today's Friday, which gives us all weekend. We can come back for the kite first thing on Monday?
Monday it is.
Oh. Come on, George, let's get to work. Hello, Mr. Quint. This is Bill from Bill and George's Excellent Job Service, where every job we do is excellent. George and I were wondering if you had any, jobs you'd like done this weekend? You do? Great! Thank you! Yes, we'll be there right on time. We got another one! Hi, Mrs. Rankins. This is Bill from Bill and George's Excellent Job Service, where every job we do is excellent. Okay, and then after we pull the weeds, we'll go over here and walk the dogs, then over here and mow the lawn, then to the lake and paint the shed, then to the farm and pick apples, then we rake more leaves, clean a garage, wash some windows, stack some cans. What's the matter? Ooh, you're right. It is kind of confusing. And it's a lot to do. I got it! We'll get everything organized. We'll make a schedule. Huh? A schedule. I use them all the time to keep myself A1 perfectly organized. We'll put each job on a card, then we'll put all the cards in order from the closest job to the one that's farthest away. That way, we minimize our travel time and maximize our work time. Of course, we should also figure out how much time we can spend at each job if we want to finish by Monday. But hey, no problem. So after we pull the weeds, we'll have exactly 20 minutes to walk the dogs, 25 minutes to mow the lawn, etc., which leaves us 45 minutes to pick apples at the Rankins. Then, on Monday morning, we get our kite. But only if we finish all our jobs. So we have to stick to this schedule.
It was deep winter, a time when the whole world seemed snowy and cold.
Here we are.
But this year was the snowiest and coldest ever.
Come on.
It was so cold that Jumpy Squirrel had decided to move indoors. The house had everything. It was warm, it was quiet, and thanks to Jumpy, it had lots of nuts.
It is cold in here. Let's turn up the heat.
man and the monkey were back. Jumpy had to get out fast. But no sooner was he out than he wanted back in. Luckily, Jumpy had a lot of in and out doors. Now he just needed to sneak past the monkey. But monkeys have very sharp ears.
Oh, no. Well, I'll be. We're gonna have to fix that. There we go. Hi, George. Well, we can't leave holes in the house. All the heat will get out. No, Jumpy needs to stay outside. There's more food for him out here. He'll be happier in his own home.
George wasn't so sure about that. And neither was Jumpy. It was way too cold. His door was sealed shut. But Jumpy still had another squirrel door upstairs.
What was that? Yep. Your friend Jumpy has been very busy. No wonder the house is so drafty. Okay. We have got to insulate this house.
Huh?
Insulate. It means keep the warm air in and the cold air out. Okay, cold, ready or not, here we come.
First, the man sealed around the windows.
Yeah, the caulk is squishy so you can fill the holes and keep cold air out. You want to try?
Italian chefs have a word for perfectly cooked spaghetti. Al dente, which means not too hard and not too soft. Tonight, Chef Peschetti's pasta was not al dente. It was glop.
Did I hear her? Did she come back?
I think something's bothering Chef Peschetti.
It's gnocchi. I cannot concentrate on my cooking because my beloved piccolo gatto has abandoned me. Natty! The accordion!
Here we go again.
Oh, no more happy times watching her play hat o pesto.
Now gnocchi only stays for breakfast.
And then, poof! We don't see her till bedtime. Why? What did I do? Oh, she used to play in the alley all day. Oh, look. Here she is on an old canvas drop cloth that someone threw out. The way she clawed at it. I think she was afraid of it. Oh, And the old cardboard boxes. Those were always getting in her way. Oh, those old carpets. She liked them, but they always made her fur so dirty. And there she is waiting by the old wooden door. Oh, she scratched and scratched and scratched it, wanting to go in and out, so I got her a new one. With the cat door. She can't mess this one up. It's metal. And I cleaned the garbage out of the alley to make it neat for her. But the next day, she's a vamoose. Gnocchi! You see, too tired to play with the papa anymore. Bean burrito. Is this from a menu?
Oh, you think Gnocchi likes burritos better than bolognese?
Gnocchi would never do that. Or would she? No. Well, maybe. No. Ah, I cannot take it anymore. I must know where she's eating these burritos.
Why not follow her?
Me? Follow a gnocchi? Oh, the scampering, the leaping. Oh.
The chef was right. You had to be a cat to follow a cat. Or a monkey.
Giorgio, you will follow my gnocchi?
If Gnocchi was eating burritos, George would find out. But early the next morning, instead of going to a burrito place, Gnocchi went to a boat. But why would Gnocchi go to a boat? George was determined to find out. Maybe there were burritos in those bags. George would show the chef.
Pretty City Committee Pod number 7, come to order.
George was honored when Steve asked him to be part of his pod.
As you know, the mayor has declared today City Prettification Day.
That's right, Steve.
Pods will be fanning out all over the city to pick up litter and, well, make the city pretty.
Right again, Steve. Later this afternoon, I will pick a winner. Pods will be judged according to the prettiness of their streets, the amount of trash they collect, and their can-do spirit.
Steve asked me to mention that the winning pod will get their picture on this pretty city poster.
Can't you just see my face? I mean, are pod plastered all over the city?
Good luck, Pod 7. I'll see you at 3 o'clock sharp for the judging. I expect great prettification.
Okay, everyone. You know your assignments?
Let's go.
Yes.
I wrote it down in my litter log.
And does everyone have an official Pretty City Committee trash bag?
Yeah.
Excellent. Then let's go make our city pretty.
7, 7, that's our pod. We're gonna do a super job.
George's assignment was to clean up his own street. But George's street was already pretty.
You're welcome to take whatever you want. Just put what you don't want back in the boxes, okay?
Well, at least George now had a job to do. Wait a minute. Why would anybody throw out a pirate ship? Even if it was a little broken. George really wanted to keep it. George decided to use one of his bags for trash and the other for treasure. This heart-shaped box was definitely treasure. He could use it to store pictures. Keys. They might unlock something really interesting. George found more things to add to his treasures. And what was that? George didn't know, but it was shiny and it made a nice click. George also kept the square pig and the red bottle, which was the same color as the heart box. And of course, he couldn't throw out this painted whatever it was. Or the round glasses. Or the yellow daffodil. George's sack of treasures filled up fast. He needed to empty it. Every monkey needs a blue watch. And a couple of yellow ducks. George loved to watch his friend Bill deliver papers. When it came to newspaper delivery,
Bullseye!
Bill never missed a target. And Bill never, ever missed a delivery day.
364 days of perfect delivery. You know what that means, George? If I deliver all my papers on time tomorrow, I'll win the golden pouch. Yep, the golden pouch is only given to the best of the best, George. And I aim to be the bestest. One more perfect day, and that bag is mine.
But the next day was not perfect. It was lousy. George wondered how Bill would ride his bike in all that snow. Not very well, it turned out.
Can you believe this, George? Biggest day of my career, and I can't even get out of my driveway. Last time it snowed this bad, Pugnose O'Reilly crashed on the Lake Street curve, sprained his elbow, and had to retire. That's how I got his route! It's no use. So long, golden pouch. That's the spirit, George. Did Freckles McFadden, the all-time winningest golden pouch winner, quit during the snowstorm of '79? No, he did not. If Freckles didn't quit, neither will I. Now push me, city boy! Push me! Thanks, George!
But the trouble with biking in the snow is, if you manage to get going, you often can't stop.
I can't even make my first delivery. How am I gonna finish my whole route in time?
Hey! If you're not delivering papers, want to pull me around in the snow?
Bikes did not work well in snow. But that thing did.
I've never used a toboggan before, but so far it's great. Thanks for thinking of it, George. Of course, once we get to the flats, we'll have to pull it. But we'll make such good time on the way down, it won't matter. Good morning.
Thanks, boys.
Hang on, gotta steer around this curve. How do you steer?
Hey, you boys all right? I don't know much about toboggans. I'm not much on snow sports. I guess I spend too much time playing with my trains. Ooh. Maybe there's something else you could use in here instead.
George!
Then George realized you can steer by leaning.
George, you're a genius. Why didn't I think to lean? That's how we can steer the toboggan.
George had spent a very busy morning in the park, chasing dragonflies and watching clouds. Being a monkey was hard work. George had never met this dog before. But the dog didn't seem to mind.
Blaze! There you are, with a new friend. Here, catch! Wow, your new friend is really good at catch, Blaze.
That's George.
George lives down the block. This town's not normal.
George, this is Sam, our new probie.
That means he's probationary. He's training to be a fireman, but first he has to pass all the tests.
And that's our new fire dog, Blaze. He's on probation, too, because he keeps running away.
And one of Sam's tests is to keep Blaze from running away.
Well, we probies have to look out for each other, right, Blaze? Okay, buddy, back inside. Nice meeting you, George. Come on, Blaze.
George hoped he saw his new friend Blaze again soon. George had the strangest feeling he was being followed. Guess not. Were those footsteps George heard? And panting? A mailbox with a tail? What will they think of next?
Blaze! Blaze ran off. Can you help me find him? He looks just like that dog under the mailbox. Huh? I love you too, Blazy Wazy. Yes, I do. But you've got to stop running away. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Maybe they didn't notice we were gone, Blazy. Hi.
You lost him again, didn't you, Proby?
He's like a ninja. But I know how he got out. This entire wall of the station is a giant door, and it was open. We close this, and he'll never get out again.
Well, we have to train now, Blaze, but we'll play later. Thanks for your help, George.
You stay here, okay, Blazy? Stay.
Blaze was very bad at staying. What if he got out and ran so far away they couldn't find him? How would someone know to bring him back to the firehouse? Aha! If Blaze had clothes like the fireman, everyone would know where he came from. Everything in the station had a label to say where it was from. Maybe Blaze just needed one of those firehouse labels on him. After a little searching, George found one. He hadn't even made that big of a mess. Well, for a monkey. George headed home, sure his troubles with Blaze were over. Then George thought he heard footsteps again. That was odd. It had been a very sneezy winter. First George had been sick, and now it was the man with the yellow hat's turn. George hoped his special cold-fighting little bit of everything soup would make him feel better.
I'm sure it's delicious, George, but I can't taste anything. George, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That spoon was just in my mouth. It probably has cold germs on it. See, germs are too tiny to see, but they're inside me. And cold germs are what made you sick when they got inside you. Yep, so be sure to wash your hands.
George wished there was some way he could help the man get better. But all that cooking had made him one sleepy little monkey. George had just fallen asleep when he heard a strange sound. George remembered the last time he and Gnocchi had flown around in a spaceship. He had become very small and had flown all around his own body. Being small again might help George find those germs that were inside the man with the yellow hat. If George could kick them out, the man might get better. What a big mouth. George wanted to explore, but there was no time. He had germs to find. They headed for the stomach. got into the man's stomach, they found out they weren't alone. George knew that germ. It was Toots. He and his friends had made George sick before. Now they were playing a concert in the man's stomach.
Well, I'm a rambling germ, always out on the go. I'll bring you down and head off to another show. Well, I've been lots of places, floating free as a wheeze, riding on your silverware or flying on sneeze. 'Cause I'm a rambling germ.
Ramble, ramble, ramble.
Well, I'm a rambling germ. I said a rambling germ.
Ramble, ramble, ramble.
I'm coming to your town. I played at many people all across this great big land, especially in the folks who don't wash their hands, because soap makes me wiggle and soap makes me sneer. Germix?
One sign of soap and Toots is out of here.
'Cause I'm a rambling germ.
Ramble, ramble, ramble.
I'm a rambling germ.
Ramble, ramble, ramble.
I said a rambling germ.
Ramble, ramble, ramble.
I'm coming to your town. Look out! I'm coming to your town. That's right. Welcome, Germ, to the... Hey, you're no Germ. You're that meddling monkey. Quick, run for it. You'll never catch us this time. Never. Watch out for the mucus. The germ could get stuck in that stuff.
When you live in a city, you see all different kinds of buildings. Tall ones and short ones, square ones and curvy ones. But of all the buildings in the city, George's favorite was the George and Steve Super Skyscraper Tower.
Hey, that's cute. You two are almost as good at building as bees are.
Bees could build things? Where'd they find tools that small?
Come on, I'll show you.
What is that?
Honeycomb. It's what bees make inside a beehive. Bees build hives to lay their eggs and to store pollen and honey.
Wait a minute. You mean all that gooey stuff in there is honey?
Mm-hmm.
Yum!
See those cells? Bees make those with wax from their own bodies. Isn't that amazing? It's a marvel of engineering.
An engineering marvel that smelled marvelously delicious.
Today is Earth Day, and I'm doing my Junior Farmer's Earth Day speech on honeybees. You want to hear it?
If we say yes, can we have honey?
Maybe.
Okay.
Bees are amazing creatures. They build hives in trees mostly. Thousands of bees can live there. All the other bees follow a queen. She's the biggest bee, and there's only one in a hive. Every bee has a job. Drones mate with the queen, but worker bees go from flower to flower getting nectar and pollen to make honey. Have you heard a word I've said?
Oh yeah, honey and stuff.
You want to try a taste? Oh, my ballet class. Gotta run. Be back around 5.
Woohoo! Thank you, Betsy. I'll just have a little. Oh, man, that is good. Try some. This is too delicious. Okay, one last little slice and then I'm done. We ate Betsy's honeycomb and she needs it for her speech. Oh, what are we gonna do? Good thinking, George. We'll buy more honeycomb. Let's go. Do you have honeycomb? Honeycomb? Why does no one have honeycomb? Hey, I know. In Betsy's picture, the hive was in a tree, right? The park is full of trees. Maybe there's a beehive in one of them. Let's go. Be careful! Bees can sting. They might not like you touching their hive.
George couldn't find a hive. But he found something almost as good.
An Earth Day celebration? Good thinking, George. Maybe they have bee things here.
Howdy. Buster Beesman's the name, but you can call me Buzz.
Honeycomb! We need honeycomb!
Sorry, fella. Just sold the last one.
No!
Oh, this is a beehive. I built it from scratch.
A beehive? It didn't look anything like the beehive in Betsy's picture. It was a beautiful day on Lake Wanasink Lake. Fishermen were fishing, herpetologists were herpetologing, and monkeys were monkeying.
It's a boomerang. You throw it and it comes back to you. Well, it's supposed to come back.
A ping pong ball.
No, it's an egg.
Where'd it come from?
A bird's nest, of course. Maybe it rolled here. Poor little fella.
How do you know it's a boy egg? I think it's a girl egg. And I'm gonna name her Tiffany.
Still, it's a bad spot for an egg. Eggs are great for some things. The shell lets in air and moisture and keeps out dirt. That's good. But because they're so thin, they let in cold and heat too. That's bad. That's why birds sit on them, so the egg is always the right temperature. An egg without a nest might not hatch.
George had to get the egg back to its nest before it was too late.
Wait! Eggs can break. Like that. Plus, you shouldn't slosh them around.
We have to find her mommy so she can come and sit on Tiffany.
Good idea! My paper out! Oh, I'll come help as soon as I'm done.
It's up to us, George. How about I stay here and protect Tiffany while you find the mommy? I know! Ask Grandpa. He knows all about eggs. Halt!
Yeah.
Found an egg, huh? That's one big egg. Might be an eagle egg.
Huh?
That's the only bird around here with an egg that size. There's an eagle nesting in the pine grove down by the lake. That's...
We just want to have a picnic.
Sorry. No trespassing past this. Did you find the mommy, George? Well, hurry! The egg might get too hot.
You found an egg?
Can we see it?
Now, shells are thin. You might wake Tiffany from a nap.
Yeah.
Want some watermelon?
Allie was right. It was getting hot. George had to hurry.
Well, they gotta be here somewhere. They couldn't just walk away. Well, they could. I just hope they didn't, because that would be a disaster.
Eagles sure did have big nests. And really big eggs to go in them. His egg wasn't nearly so big. How could Mr. Rankins ever have thought his egg was an eagle's egg? He'd drawn his egg way too big.